Have a nice fight, Mike.
Hello people, y'all are here with Gabriel Rodriguez, aka Legion, and today I'm going to be interviewing Christian Jamil. Christian, go ahead and tell the world about who you are and what you do.
My name's Christian Jamil. I just do music. I've been making music for about 6 years now. Just been locked in the studio trying to get this project out, working on merch right now. Just trying to come up with some crazy vibes for everybody. That's really all I'm doing right now.
Yep. Alright, now Christian, you said you've been in the music game for 6 years, right?
Correct.
So tell me where your career started and how it got started to where you are now and how you've grown.
Dang, for sure. It's crazy. We were just talking about last night. I first started rapping really just in the whip, you know, freestyling with the homies type thing. From there, just kept doing it. Found a studio back in Ohio. This is where I'm from, and I recorded a song over. It was called 9 Piece. Have you guys heard? You know that song by Rick Ross, 9 Piece?
Yes, actually I do know.
Okay,
that song.
yeah,
That
so
song is pretty good. That beat is really good.
Yeah, I recorded something I wrote over that, and then I was like, dang, I kind of like it, you know, so I just kept doing it. Getting to this point, it's just been continuing making music, really, trying to find connections, meeting people, networking, trying to find how to make the next move that I want to make, you know. So that's really all that it's been this whole entire time, is just meeting people, making these connections, and just turning ideas into reality, you know, trying to turn them into a tangible product to be sold, music to be listened to. Yeah, and now I'm trying to get that part done, you know.
Yeah. So I see, you know, you put in the hard work. You've been in here for 6 years. You say you've been rapping for 6 years, and you recently had your first single come out on Apple Music. First, I believe, studio release, correct?
Correct.
So first studio release come out. Time Disappears in LA.
Yes,
right?
facts.
So tell me about, you know, making that song, the process of making that song, and how it has helped you as an artist so far once you've released music that is quality, you know?
Yeah, for sure. So the process of it was like making the entire project first and foremost. We had to get the whole project done, which is completely finished, headphones and sweatpants on the way, you know? But we were going through some of the songs, and I just figured Time Disappears in LA would be like a good one that people, like, as a more of like a widespread audience would be able to relate to, you know. I thought it would be like a pretty decent anthem type of song. So I put that one out, and really it just helped me, like, I guess feel more confident, you know, in the music. Being able to put it on these platforms and have people react to it in a positive.
And so the song Time Disappears in LA, you know, I've heard your music before, you showed me it, and it does sound like a different vibe. It sounds totally different from what I've heard before. You know, I can compare it to some things, but it's very hard for me to compare it to other things. So how would you describe the energy and the vibe and the type of music that you are making, or specifically with Time Disappears in LA?
For Time Disappears in LA, I think the vibe is like, I'd say kind of groovy, you know? It's got like a bounce to it. It's got like I think it's like, not like a huge sound, but it's like a very relatable sound, you know? Where people can hear it and they can like catch on to it pretty quickly, you know? Just bounce to it, know the words pretty quickly. It's not like a crazy scheme of like lyricism, you know? It's just some like simple, melodic, just bouncy type music, you know? The vibe for that one specifically.
And I think that the song reflects your personality really well, you know. And like, how does that show in the lyrics, you know? So like, I'm doing me, you should be doing you. You know, how does that reflect in your everyday life and how you know perceive yourself as a person?
Oh, for sure. I would say me as a person is just kind of like how I view things, you know. I think that people should really like focus on themselves, like, because that's what I do. I try to focus on myself more than outside things going on or what this person has to say about me, you know, what this person says about that person. I just like to focus on myself, you know, figure out how to be productive in my own life rather than focus on how this person can be productive in theirs, you know. And I think that if other people did that as well, we could all, you know, come together, be successful, you know, instead of this person like bad talking this person or even good talking another person.
People just minded their own business, trying
100%.
trying to peek in and stuff.
Facts.
Yeah. All right. So you know, you recently are making some merch, about to have it come out. how does it feel, you know, to make your own merch, and how describe to me the process of creating merch for, you know, your brand or your song?
For sure. Well, first off, it feels amazing. Actually, like taking the idea of the merch, 'cause I've had the idea for a long time. So taking the idea and like slowly getting towards like turning it into like a tangible is like an amazing feeling because it's finished now. But the process of it was first off getting the blanks. Hopefully in the future I can find either a manufacturer or learn how to cut and sew myself to create garments from scratch rather than buy blanks. But the process was it's pretty cool. I actually linked up with my guy Mike, and he's the one that's got the fucking press, you know. I got the printer, we printed off the graphics, pressed them shits up in the studio, and then for the embroidery aspect of it, I found a store in Montrose. It's called Outlaw. Shout out to them for real. They gave me a pretty decent price on embroidery, so I took it to them, got the whole thing embroidered, all of it. Now I'm just trying to go about it the best way and how to make sure that it gets marketed properly to where people are like, damn, I need that shirt, damn, I need that sweater, yo, that's fresh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you see we're in a pretty nice studio, you know. Tell me how like connections with people were able to get you in a place where you were able to release a studio single, you know?
For sure.
And the important people that were a part of that process.
Yeah, I mean, connections I think is like one of the most important things you can have in any career, honestly. Obviously talent and skill is going to get you places, you know, but other times, like a lot of times you need to know somebody that can like introduce you to this person and introduce you to this person so it can get bigger, you know. I don't think bigger would be the right word. Accessibility. Yeah, getting access to the things that you would actually need, and that is what got me to this point, was the relationships that gained me the access to have a studio release, a studio album, a studio single.
Yeah, and so your producer, you know, Have a Nice Flight, Mike. Talk to me about him. Talk to me about, you know, how he makes, you know, music, and how you really like just are able to hear something that he makes or have something that he makes for you, and, you know, vibe on track and put your own lyrics to it.
For sure. Yeah, Mike's dope. It's crazy. Linked up at the studio. It was like an event for an album release party, and I had talked with Wayne about T-Wayne. Shout out T-Wayne. This is his studio. So I had talked with him about having my whole project get made, and he was like, "I'm happy to link up with my guy Mike," and I was like, "For sure." Me and Mike linked up on it and just vibed out. Really, caught the vibe in the studio. You know, drinking, just chopping it up type shit. You know, because I feel like again the relationship part is like what can make the vibe go, you know. If you're like in the studio with somebody that you're uncomfortable with, it can be an awkward situation, you know. So I don't know, I don't really know how to make beats 100%, but I can say like, yo, I really want like it to sound like this, I like to have this type of energy, and he just gets it and makes that shit. So
Cool. So this whole process of you putting out this single has been throughout COVID-19, right?
yeah.
Has that in any way affected you, your ability to be known, or, you know, your ability to tour with somebody or such?
I wouldn't say so right now, no. The studio's open where I would make the music for to put out, and everything's pretty much online right now. I'm not in the position to be doing these big shows, going on these big tours right now. I'm just trying to go get out there, you know. So online is like my best friends, and everybody. It actually, I think, would help because people are just locked in the crib right now, you know. They're not going out and doing all these things. They got more time to invest in people.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, you think it made you feel more focused to get work done? You know, since you've been locked down.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Chilling. So I think this is gonna wrap it up for this interview. But go ahead and tell the world, you know, what you have coming out next. You know, where they can see you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You can follow me on Instagram at Christian Jamil. It's literally AT Christian Jamil, Jamil. Next up, I got Captive coming out. I'm trying to drop this merch right now. Once the merch gets finished up, I'm dropping Captive with more merch. After that, I'm dropping the whole project, headphones and sweatpants. A couple videos gonna be scattered in there, a couple songs, depending on how people react to which ones. But yeah, that's what's up.
You got a date for that album?
No solid date.
No solid date. Okay, we got a season.
This winter.
This winter. All right, that's good enough. That's good enough. All right, coolin', man.
For sure, man. Appreciate you.